World War II began on September 1, 1939, when Germany attacked Poland. The U.S. managed to stay neutral until 1941.
On December 7, 1941, the Japanese had a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. At almost the same time, the Japanese dropped bombs on Guam and Wake Island. The next day, the U.S. declared war on Japan and its allies.
In January, Japanese attention turned to the Philippines. In March, they took the capital, Manila. 3 months later, Japan controlled all of the Philippines.
By the time Burma fell in early 1942, Japan had taken control of more than 1 million square miles of Asian land.
The Battle of the Coral Sea in May of 1942 stopped Japan's southward advance.
The turning of the tide for the Americans occurred after the Battle of Midway on June 4th through 7th, 1942.
The general of the American Pacific Fleet, Douglas MacArthur, developed a tactic called island hopping to seize Japanese-controlled islands. Island hopping involved passing heavily defended islands and attacking those that were lightly defended.
On August 7, 1942, several thousand U.S. Marines with Australian support landed on Guadalcanal and the neighboring island of Tulag. In February of 1943, the Battle of Guadalcanal ended after 6 months of fighting on land and sea.
In October 1944, U.S. troops arrived at Leyte Gulf in the Philippines. The Battle of Leyte Gulf was the largest naval battle in the history and the first time that Japanese used kamikaze attacks. The Japanese kept on fighting for the Philippines until word came that Japan had surrendered.
By the fall of 1944, the U.S. had captured almost everything except for Japan.
In March 1945, American Marines took the island of Iwo Jima. On April 1st, U.S. troops moved to the island of Okinawa, 350 miles from Japan.
On May 8, 1945, the Germans surrendered. This is now known as Victory in Europe Day, or VE Day.
In late 1941, the Manhattan Project began. The goal of the Manhattan Project was to design and build an atomic bomb. These efforts were led by German scientist Albert Einstein and Italian scientist Enrico Fermi.
On August 6, 1945, at 8:16 a.m., the United States dropped an atomic bomb on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. 3 days later, a second bomb was dropped on the city of Nagasaki.
On September 2, 1945, the Japanese surrendered. This day is known as Victory in Japan Day, or VJ Day.